It's a very good evening to all our viewers and welcome to Channel 2's English News Bulletin. My name is Angie Meher. I'm delighted to be in the company of Sahar Talawi. It's a very good evening to you, Sahar.
Thank you. Thank you, Angie. And we'll be back with the headlines. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli participates in Riyadh's 8th Future Investment Conference on behalf of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi.
Welcome back. Now the details in full. The Prime Minister, Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, asserted that Egypt will move forward in the path of comprehensive development despite the current challenges in the region in a bid to achieve prosperity. Prime Minister's remarks came in a statement on behalf of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in the inauguration session of the 8th Future Investment Initiative Conference held in the Saudi capital, Riyadh. The event from October 29th till the 31st first began in 2017 as a showcase for diversifying the economy of the world's largest crude exporter. This year's three-day event is held under the title Unlimited Horizon, Investment Today to Shape the Future. Prime Minister is accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Expatriate Affairs, Badr Abdelati. During his speech, Madbouli said Egypt has taken the appropriate steps to remove any obstacles facing the investment path, adding that Egypt is also seeking to be a regional energy hub. He also affirmed Egypt has attached special importance to the private sector in leading the economic process, noting that the maximum limit has been set for the government investments to provide more opportunities for the private sector. Also during his speech, Madbouli said Egypt is ready to participate in the development process in Saudi Arabia. The conference is expected to draw more than 5,000 delegates and 500 speakers, policymakers, executives, investors, and senior specialists in economic and developmental fields.
Moving to Gaza, rescues say 93 people killed in Israeli airstrike. North Gaza's civil defense agency said Tuesday that an overnight Israel...
Egypt has condemned the Israeli Knesset's approval of a bill banning the operations of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees, UNRWA, and restricting its ability to provide support to Palestinian citizens in the occupied Palestinian territories. In a statement by the Egyptian Foreign Ministry, Egypt considered this action part of a long series of Israeli occupation forces violations of international law, which indicates a growing lack of respect for the international community and the United Nations. Egyptian Foreign Ministry reaffirmed its categorical rejection of all Israeli practices aimed at displacing Palestinians from their lands and undermining the rights of Palestinian refugees to return and receive compensation. Foreign Ministry also said Egypt stresses that UNRWA's role is irreplaceable and essential, urging the United Nations Security Council to fulfill its primary role in maintaining international peace and security.
The Secretary General of the Arab League, Ahmed Abul Ghait, strongly condemned the Israeli occupation's decision to ban the UN refugee agency UNRWA that provides vital services to more than 5.5 million Palestinians refugees. In a statement released, Abul Ghait emphasized that this decision jeopardized the future of millions of Palestinians, marking yet another step in a long-standing plan by the occupation to undermine the agency's role, damage its international standing and cut off its funding sources. And Abul Ghait, for his part, also stressed that the decision violates international law, as the agency was established by UN resolution in 1949 and the responsibility for maintaining the ties with the United Nations General Assembly.
Israelis face mounting international backlash on Tuesday after their parliament approved a bill banning the main UN aid agency for the devastated Gaza Strip. Israelis strictly control all humanitarian aid shipments to Gaza, and lawmakers also passed a measure prohibiting Israeli officials from working with UNRWA and its employees. The head of the agency, Commissioner General Philippe Lazzarini, called the move unprecedented following the vote and said the bill will only deepen the suffering Palestinians, especially in Gaza.
Lebanon's Hezbollah movement announced today it has chosen the deputy head Naim Qasim to succeed Hassan Nasrallah as the leader after his death in an Israeli strike on South Beirut last month. Hezbollah pledged to keep struggling until victory is achieved against Israel after all-out war erupted on September 23rd. Qasim was elected by the five-member Shura Council, the group's main decision-making body, 2 days before the announcement.
Israeli strikes on Lebanon's Bekaa Valley overnight killed more than 60 people across a dozen towns, the deadliest day yet in the area in more than a year of hostilities. Rescue work.
Yemen's Houthis said they targeted the 3 ships in the Red Sea and the Arabian Sea attacks. They called part of their efforts to enforce a naval blockade on Israelis. One of the vessels identified on the route of Salah, Yemen's Houthis said that they will continue these actions until Israelis hold their offensive on Gaza and Lebanon.
Russian forces have captured 3 more settlements, including Hernik and Katerniivka in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region. We have the details. Welcome back, and moving to our business review. Egypt's stock market indices were mixed at the close on Tuesday, affected by selling operations by foreign and local corporations, as well as Arab investors, whilst Arab corporations and foreign investors went into purchasing operations. The capital market for companies listed in the bourse lost about £16 billion, reaching £2.203 billion. Benchmark EGX 30 added 0.08% to end the dealings at 30,619.96 points. The equal-weighted index EGX 70 rose by 0.08%, adding 7,923.25 points, whilst the more expanded EGX 100 index was lower by about 0.14%, closing at 11,109.72 points.
And thousands of German workers launched nationwide strikes to press the high wages on Tuesday, compounding woes of companies worried about staying globally competitive as high costs weak exports and foreign rivals chip away of their strength. The strikes by workers in nearly 4 million strong electrical engineering and metal industries hit a lot of companies. The International Monetary Fund joined those calling the reforms in Germany, suggesting the government that a constitutional in-reach borrowing cap known as the debt brake so it can boost investment.
To oil prices, Britain's BP Tuesday announced a sharp fall in net profit for the third quarter, with the oil and gas giant hit by weak oil trading and refining margins. Profit after taxation slumped to $206 million in the 3 months to September, after a net profit of $4.9 billion in the same period of last year. The group earlier this month flagged to markets that its latest earnings would take a sizable hit after oil prices have fallen on concerns over Chinese demand and the prospect of higher crude production in 2025.
And moving to the sports, Egyptian and African champions Al-Ahli will commence the campaign in the maiden FIFA Intercontinental Cup against their Asian counterparts Al Ain FC from the United Arab Emirates at Cairo International Stadium at 8 p.m. Cairo local time. The Intercontinental Cup has been introduced by FIFA to replace the Club World Cup, which has been expanded and moved to the summer.
Manchester City and Spain midfielder Rodri was awarded the men's Ballon d'Or after winning a fourth consecutive Premier League title and the Euro 2024. Decision to award the prize for the world's best player to the midfielder came as a surprise, with Real Madrid's Liga and Champions League double winner Vinicius Jr. widely seen as the favourite. Rodri, aged 28, played a key role as City held off Arsenal to win the Premier League title last season and was named player of the tournament at the Euro 2024 as unfancied Spain emerged triumphant in Germany. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we wrap up the evening's English news bulletin here on Channel 2. You're in the company of myself, Angie Meher, and Sahar Tolawi. Thank you very much, Sahar.
Thank you so much, Angie. Thank you, dear viewers.